What's going on, you guys? Jeremy here. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to guarantee success in 2023 as an online coach or an agency owner. If you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you literally exactly how I follow this exact framework to do over $50,000 in my first 5 weeks with a brand new online coaching business, and how one of my clients, TJ, went from $4,000 cash in November to over $25K in December with just $3,000 ad spend and one team member. He more than 5x his business, hit a record month that he's never done before with just $3,000 and an appointment setter. So make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to break down like the whole process and show you exactly in detail kind of like what I did and what I helped him do as well. So this 3-step framework that I'm going to share with you in this video will help you kind of go from like just kind of crossing your fingers, hoping that you're going to achieve your goals. Like you can write your goals down all you want, but unless you know exactly what to do to actually achieve them and make those goals a reality, then you're just going to be crossing your fingers, just kind of like deluding yourself. So I'll help you go from that to knowing exactly how to achieve them with accuracy, precision, and ease. So let's get into it. Step 1, you want to clarify the vision. There's no verse that says, where there is no vision, the people perish. And it's the exact same as an entrepreneur. So you have to get crystal clear on exactly what you want out of the year, why you want it, because that's going to be what's going to motivate you to actually achieve this, and then how to get it. So I'm going to show you how to do that, how to come up with an action plan in a minute in order to actually like kind of reverse engineer this. So that way you know exactly what you need to do every single day to make that happen. So number 2, this is where a lot of people go wrong. This is where a lot of people get stuck. They set big, lofty goals. They're excited. And then all of a sudden, 3 weeks into the year, they've made zero progress. 3 months into the year, they've still made hardly any progress. And then next December, they're looking back at the year, wondering where it went and why they aren't where they wanted to be. And I'm going to show you how to avoid that because it sucks. And I don't want you guys to do that, especially if you are a subscriber, because you guys are awesome. So it's absolutely critical to understand the 2 types of goals and why most people get trapped in the first type. So the first type is outcome-based goals. So if you set a goal, let's say $100,000 a month, that's the outcome. The outcome that you're looking to achieve is $100K a month, right? But if you simply just leave it at that, it's not going to do a whole lot for you, because what you need is an action-based goal. You need to reverse engineer. Okay, what is it going to take for me to actually make $100,000 in a single month? So let's actually do this right now. I'm just going to kind of draw this out and map it out for you. I have another video on my channel that goes in depth on this, but you need to reverse engineer it, right? How many sales do you need to make? Like, let's say your thing's 5K. Well, you need 20 sales, 20 paid in fulls, right? To make 100K. Just 20 times 5 is 100K. 20 sales, 5K. Well, what do you need to do in order to make 20 sales? How many calls you need to take? Let's say you close 1 in every 3. So let's just call it like 60 calls that show up. So then maybe you book like 80. You need to book 80 calls in the month divided by, let's say like 25. Let's say you take a few days off instead of 30. So 80 divided by 25 is around like 3 calls a day. Right? 3 qualified calls a day. Times that by 25 is like 75. So let's call it 80, 3 to 4 a day, like 6 days a week. 60 of them show up, 20 of them buy. Hypothetically, they all pay in full, and then do $100,000, right? So the outcome-based goal is 100K a month. However, that's all fine and dandy, but what you need to do is you actually kind of need to reverse engineer it and set like this is kind of like the macro, right? But what you need to do in order to achieve the macro, you need to dial in the micro, the day-to-day. if all you do every single day, if you align your actions with doing whatever it takes to book 3 sales calls every single day, you will ultimately achieve your macro goal, because cause and effect, right? If you book 3 calls a day, 6 days a week, you're going to have $100K a month. You're going to have $100,000 a month. Like it's basically inevitable. As long as you just focus on doing the micro, showing up every single day, then the macro will, as a result of doing the micro, come to fruition. So that's kind of like, this is where a lot of people get stuck, because people have this big goal of 100K a month, or maybe it's 10K a month, but they don't understand that like they don't understand what it takes to actually achieve that. And obviously there's a lot more to this. It's like, okay, well, in order to have 3 like qualified sales calls a day, well, you need to be talking to a lot of people, right? You need to have a really good marketing process. You need to have a very clear message. You need to have a really good offer. You need to have a scalable offer that can actually handle 20 new clients this month. That's almost 1 a day. That's like 1 every other day kind of thing, right? Can you actually onboard that many? Can you actually deliver and help them out? There's a lot more that goes into it, but it really just starts from kind of understanding what you need to focus on the day to day, right? Because if you just focus on the high level, the macro, yeah, it's great. You can have this goal all you want, but like if you don't actually do the things that are going to lead to it, you're never going to hit it. And I want you guys to hit your goals. So I hope you understand that. So once you have that, then you need to create the clear action plan, right? So kind of based on this, nailing down, like zooming out, what's like the big outcome that you want, but then zooming in, what do I need to do today and every single day moving forward in order to actually make that happen and achieve that? And then you'll be able to do that, have clear outcome-based goals and action-based goals, right? You need both, but one without the other is kind of useless, because you kind of lack either the direction in the macro, or you lack the action in the micro. So with the action plan, here's where it gets interesting. So what a lot of people do, this is why most coaches get stuck, and it drives me absolutely insane. And it's literally why I do what I do. Most people try to do everything. As a coach, as an agency owner, you try to do absolutely everything yourself. And that's why you're stuck. You try to make your content, and then like you try to get all your traffic, make tons of content, reach out to people, send cold DMs, try to book calls. So you're spending out like 3-4 hours a day, maybe 2 in your DMs, trying to book calls. And you're also taking sales calls, spending a couple hours a day on those. And then you're also delivering and fulfilling and all the other stuff, right? It's like, no wonder you're stuck because you can't, there's only so much time in the day. So what you need to do is you need to eliminate, automate, delegate, and then finally procrastinate, in that order. And I got this from Tim Ferriss, I believe. And he said, never automate something that can be eliminated, and never delegate something that can be automated or streamlined, right? So never delegate something that can be automated, but never automate something that can be eliminated. Otherwise, you waste someone else's time instead of your own, which now waste your hard-earned cash. So let's kind of take this theory, this high-level theory, this kind of fluffy stuff, and put it in action. This is literally exactly what I did. When it comes to sales and acquisition, there's literally like 3 stages. It's so simple. You just need a consistent traffic source. You need to book sales calls. So turn that traffic into sales calls in your calendar, and then turn those sales calls into customers and money, right? And then rinse and repeat. And then your machine, your acquisition system gets more efficient and effective over time, right? And with the right inputs. So I was like, okay, let's look at my traffic source. Well, I didn't really have one when I first started out. And I kind of had 2 options. I could either just do it all myself and send a million cold DMs to people or emails to people that want nothing to do with me, which I didn't really like the sound of that. I've done that before and it sucks. And if you're doing that, just booking a call down below. Let me help you. But gosh. But anyways, so I was like, okay, I would end up procrastinating my traffic source because it just sucks reaching out to so many people, right? So then I was like, okay, can I delegate it? Well, actually, you kind of start here, actually. Yeah, eliminate. So it's like, I can't eliminate it, so I need to do it. Can I automate my traffic source? Yes, with ads. I just put $1 in and it spits $5 out, and I don't have to do anything except just spend more money on ads. And then I get way more traffic, which then leads to way more calls and way more sales, right? That's literally exactly how TJ, that was his problem. He was good at booking calls himself, even though he was spending like 4 hours a day in the DMs. And then he's made some sales before he's good sales, right? But he just didn't have a consistent traffic source. So I helped him launch some ads and then helped him hire a setter, got them trained up, and then boom, went from 4K to 25K in literally his first 30 days working together. So that's why this is so important. So you can automate your traffic source with ads. So instead of spending 3 to 4 hours a day making content and like messaging people and all that stuff that sucks, just get rid of it. Just automate it. Spend some money. Trade your money for time, right? You're just buying your time back. And as a business owner, that's what you need to do. Employees trade their time for money. Business owners that want to scale trade their money for time. And that's exactly what ads do. They just crank this up, pour gas on the fire. That lets you have so much more opportunity for booking calls. But we took this a step further with TJ too. So he was also in his DMs, like turning the traffic into calls. And that kind of sucks too. Even though it was like, he was getting way more opportunity, way more potential. Like he was booking 15 to 20 calls a week, every single week, literally within the first 7 days when we launched ads. And that was still taking some of his time. So it was okay. You know how to do it yourself, so you can train somebody how to do it. And that's what we did. We found an appointment setter, plugged him into his business because we couldn't really automate booking calls. I mean, you might be able to like VSLs and stuff, but it's just really complicated. And this is just so much simpler and honestly way more effective. But anyways, so we couldn't eliminate it because we need sales calls. We couldn't really automate it. So then we chose to delegate it. And we just plugged a setter in there. So now we automated the traffic source with ads. We delegated booking calls with a setter. He's still taking the sales calls, but I'd imagine over the next 1 to 2 months, we'll probably be plugging in a closer to delegate the sales as well. So to completely remove him from his acquisition system. Now, then all he does is just make organic content, warm up the leads, and make money, right? This is literally exactly what I did too. Automated my traffic source with ads, delegated my appointment setting process with the setter, and I'm still taking my sales calls because I want to make sure that every single client I take on board right now is actually a really good fit and I can over deliver and help them get results. And until I have a very dialed in process for that and worked with a whole bunch of clients, then and only then I'll hire a closer, because right now this is like my most effective use of my time, taking sales calls, because I'm really good at sales and it makes money, right? It generates income. So that's where I should be spending my time, because it directly leads to this. So that's exactly how to guarantee success in 2023 as an online coach or an agency owner. You want to get crystal clear on the vision, exactly what you want, why, and then figure out how to get it. Set both types of goals instead of just one type, instead of just outcome based, and then just kind of floating around the day to day. And then have a clear action plan and systemize your whole process. Because if you don't systemize it, then you're going to be stuck in the day to day doing shit that you don't like, that you don't enjoy, that's not worthy of your time. And you're going to be staying stuck at like 5 to 20K a month for the rest of your life. So until you do this, you'll stay stuck. And if you want help to actually do this and do it right, book in a call down below. Link in the description. Let's chat. I can help you out and help you make a lot of money, remove you from the day-to-day operations, help you become an owner instead of an operator, and somebody who actually owns a scalable business instead of just creating a job for yourself. So book in a call down below. and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.